Y'all are against bullying, right? Most people claim to be so anti-bullying. Right. Have you taken a look at your town or city's medical examiner's page? Have you bothered to view the suicide numbers of young children as a result of them being bullied? The numbers are alarming. Now, with this Carmelo Anthony incident and trial, people are outraged now because the bully got touched. Because Austin got put in the dirt after assaulting another classmate. Y'all anti-bullying, right? People are outraged and calling Carmelo a murderer. A murderer. They would have preferred Carmelo unalive himself than for him to have handled that issue, the threat that was in front of him at the time. They would have preferred he unalived himself than for Austin to have met his creator. And I'm not saying one person's life is more important than the other, but you don't get to put your hands on people and bully people and then expect for them to respond the way you think they should. You don't get to decide how people should respond after you disrespect their personal space and boundaries by getting physical with them. That's narcissism on top of assault. Y'all think folks are just supposed to put up with whatever you do to them. And I'm not talking about with words like saying whatever, because people can talk all day. People can talk all day long. But when we talk about someone actually getting physical with another person, you all expect for people to just take it? They're supposed to just take it. Y'all anti-bullying, right? You folks have been confused and misled. I'm sure that there are a number of parents who have experienced the loss of a child by suicide as a result of bullying, that would have preferred if their child didn't take their own lives as a result, that would have preferred if their child's story would have ended differently. And that's not to say that the resolve should always be unaliving the other person, no. But that the child, I'm sure that they would prefer if their child would have fought back in whatever way that would have looked like. The thing is, society hates when people stand up for themselves. The law hates when you stand up for yourself. Y'all hate when people, especially black people, serve up real justice. And you know why? Because people fear what that actually looks like. It's not always pretty. And most people are too fake and scary to actually serve it. You've been so programmed to turn the other cheek, which has stripped you of your right and your true freedom to serve up a little justice. Most people are sheep, good little boys and girls and men and women who won't get active for real. Who won't get active for real. Won't even protect their own kids. You just stay offended, silent, and inactive with no real resolve. Instead, you rely on bullshit ass law enforcement and the justice system to serve you justice after threats. And that is a huge part of the problem. Stop waiting on the justice system to give you justice and start creating your own. Start taking that shit in your hands. You'll sleep better at night and live a better life. And there have been some people who have tried to argue with this Carmelo case. Why would he have a knife? Why would he bring a knife to the event? He went intentionally to kill someone. Why did he have a multi-tool? Oh, Why did he have a multi-tool? Oh, the average citizen, a lot of citizens, carry a concealed firearm or weapon. Why? Because people have a right to defend and protect themselves, like it or not. People have a right to defend and protect themselves, like it or not. Now, let's say someone who is armed, carrying a weapon, concealed, let's say they are put in a situation where they have to use said weapon on someone who is actively attacking them. By them using said weapon in a situation where they are assaulted, does that say the armed person intended to unalive someone that day? That they went out the house with it in their head that they're taking a name and putting somebody in the dirt that day? Now, what's the difference between the average citizen carrying and protecting themselves and Karmelo actively defending himself against an active threat? Did Karmelo, in fact, encounter a threat? Oh, okay. At the end of the day, it's sad all the way around. These are people's kids, and they both matter to their families and their friends. At the same time, it's important to remember to keep your hands off people. Okay, leave folks alone. Parents of these bullies, address your kids and their trash ass behavior. And that will require accountability, which a lot of you lack and are too weak to accept. And I'm not saying parents are always the reason. What I'm saying is that it is your responsibility to address your child's behavior. It should be taken more seriously. Bullying needs to be addressed before things get out of hand. Be proactive, not reactive. Just leave people alone so you won't have to worry about making funeral arrangements for your loved ones. Because not everybody is willing to be a victim. Some of us are willing to be villains if we have to. And that's on you to gamble with your life, guessing which one you'll get. If you come to me as a threat and you call yourself getting physical with me, what do you think I'm supposed to be doing while this is happening? What am I supposed to be doing while this is happening? What am I supposed to be doing while you're attacking me? If I have to choose between you and me, I choose me every time, every single time. If I have to choose between you and me, I hope you got your obituary already written out. Regardless of the outcome of this case, shout out to Carmelo Anthony. Shout out to him for standing up for himself.